All right, thanks, guys. The Suns take on the Pacers. That's going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off in Indiana. Now, there are no lines for this game at the moment. We are expecting the line for this one to be released at about 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, noon at the latest. So right now, no line for this game. Indiana is 8-2 straight up in their last 10, 6-1 straight up in their last 7, taking on Phoenix. Meanwhile, the Suns, you guys know all about those guys this year. Pretty bad when it comes to the spread and outright. Phoenix dropped 7 out of their last 9. They're also just 4-16 straight up in their last 20 on the road. So obviously, I think Indiana's going to do it. Just depends on where this line opens up at. I think Indiana can actually get this one done by double digits. So we'll have to see where that line comes out at and see where the spread and the total is. But once again, I think Indiana gets the job done by double digits in that one. All right, next game, Minnesota at Philadelphia, 7 o'clock tip-off Eastern Standard Time in South Philly. Now, the Sixers open -6, total 232, down to 231.5. 60% are leaning Philadelphia, 51% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, the Timberwolves are plus 215 for some money line cash. Now, if you like the T-Wolves on the road here, just keep in mind they're going up against a Philly team who's amongst the best home teams in the association. They're 18-4 straight up on their home court, 3-2 against the spread in their last 5 at home. Philadelphia ranks 5th in total scoring at home. They're averaging 118 points per contest in the friendly confines. Philadelphia is also ranking 3rd in home offensive rebounding. It's actually 48 rebounds per game on the offensive side of things on their home court. So once again, Philadelphia ranking 3rd in home offensive rebounding in the association. Now, Minnesota on the other side, well, they failed to cover in 7 out of their last 8 games, taking on the Sixers. They're also just 6-9 against the spread as the official road underdog this season. They're also, they got D. Rose on the injury report, Jeff Teague, big shot Bobby Covington. All the 3 of those guys are on the injury report, and they also rank 25th in offensive rebounding on the road. Now, on the Philly side, they're 5-4 to the under in their last 9. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Sixers -6 and the under 231.5 in that one. And before we go ahead and move on, I just want to take a quick timeout and just welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's NBA action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just want to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And I'll tell you what, we're about 8-4 in our last 12 daily best plays, doing a great job with the daily best plays. So you're certainly costing yourself some valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed to that website. Now, memberships begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just hit that pause button right now. Open up your browser. All you got to do is type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a couple of seconds. The link is in the description section below. And if you are a current patron of mine and you're currently watching me right now, I simply cannot thank you enough. You most certainly make it all worth it. With all that said and done, let's go ahead and hop right back into some more lines and personal leans. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Thunder at the Hawks. That's going to be a 7:30 tip-off in Atlanta. OKC's -9, total open 233, down to 232.5. 59% are leaning OKC, 58% shaded toward the under. And at the moment, the Hawks are plus 345 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Atlanta in this one, they are just 2-6 straight up in their last 8, 4-10 against the spread in their last 14 at home. Atlanta's ranking 30th in points allowed at home. They're also covering 37% of their games as the official home underdog. Now, OKC on the other side of things, well, they're covering 62% of their games, taking on teams below 550. They're also 21-12 straight up when laying the points. They're ranking first in offensive rebounding away from home as well. Now, when it comes to the scoring, OKC's 4-1 to the under in their last 5 away from home, 27% to the under. Just 27% to the over when traveling overall. Meanwhile, on the Atlanta side of things, they're 4-2 to the under in their last 6 at home. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Thunder -9 and the under 232.5 in that one. Next game, Heat, Bucks. That's going to be an 8 o'clock tip-off in Milwaukee. The Bucks opened 8, up to -8.5. No total as of yet. 68% of the consensus is leaning toward the Bucks. And at the moment, Miami's plus 285 for some money line cash. Now, if you like Miami on the road here in an upset, it's going to be tough sledding for you. They're taking on a Milwaukee team who's successfully covered the number in 8 out of their last 10. They're also 5-1 ATS in their last 6 at home. Milwaukee ranks first in scoring and first in offensive rebounding. They're actually averaging 118 points per contest on the offensive side of things. Now, Miami, they have Dragic out. Whiteside is questionable with the sniffles, and Richardson is questionable with a knee. Miami also ranks 25th in scoring, 28th in field goal percentage, and 29th in free throw percentage. So with all that said and done, I'm going to make the chalky play in this one. I'm also going to purchase the hook, slide it down, and take Milwaukee -8, getting the job done, laying the points at home. All right, next game, Warriors, Nuggets, 9 o'clock tip-off in the Mile High City. Golden State open 1.5, down to -1. Total open 228, down to 227 and a hook. 67% are leaning Golden State, 74% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, Denver's plus 105 for some money line cash. Now, Denver's 18-3 straight up at home this year, 14-7 against the spread in that same category. The Nuggets are also 2-0 against the spread in their couple of games as the official home underdog. They rank first in defensive rebounding at home and third in points allowed at home. Now, Golden State on the other side of things, well, they covered just 5 out of 16 games in their last 16 contests. So once again, just 5-11 against the spread in their last 16. They're also covering just 25% of their games that tipped off at the current number. And when it comes to the scoring, Golden State's just 41% to the over in their games at the current posted total. Denver 3-1 to the under in their last 4. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the home dog in this one. Give me Denver +1 and the under 227.5 in that one. All right, next and final game for the show. It is going to be Bulls at the Lakers, 10:30 tip-off at the Staples Center. The Lakers open 6.5, up to -7. Total open 214, up to 215. 56% are leaning Lakers, 65% shaded toward the over. And at the moment, the Bulls are plus 250 for some money line cash. Now, the Bulls lost their last 7 straight ball games. They're also just 2-4 against the spread in their last 6. Chicago ranks 30th in points scored in the association. They're averaging just 100 points per contest. Now, Chicago has been really bad on the road this year as well. They're just 5-17 straight up away from home. When it comes to the scoring, the Bulls are 5-0 to the over in their last 5, giving up a ton of points. So with all that said and done, I don't care how banged up they are. They have Rondo out. They have LeBron out. I don't think it'll matter. Give me the Lakers -7 and the over 215 in that one. All right, we're going to slide into some college basketball action. So let's go ahead and cue that up. And we're going to begin with Arkansas at Tennessee. Let's see if we can find that. There it is. And that is going to be a 7 o'clock tip-off in Tennessee. The Vols open 16, down to -15. Total open 151, down to 150.5. 61% are leaning Tennessee, 63% shaded toward the over. Now, Arkansas is 10-5 straight up overall for the year, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 on the road. Arkansas ranks first in college basketball in offensive rebounding on the road. They also rank third in defensive field goal percentage allowed. Now, scoring-wise, Tennessee's 5-2 to the under in their last 7 at home. So with all that said and done, I think this is a really, really big number. Arkansas isn't a great team, but certainly good enough to give Tennessee maybe a run for the money, especially in the first half. But anyway, I like Arkansas +15, getting the job done against the number, and the under 150.5 in that one. Next game, West Virginia at TCU, 7 o'clock tip-off. TCU opened 8, down to -6.5. Total open 151, up to 151 and a hook. 52% are leaning TCU, 52% shaded toward the under. Now, the Horned Frogs of Texas Christian are 9-2 against the spread in their last 11, 6-1 ATS in their last 7 at home. West Virginia, on the other side, is just 1-4 straight up in their last 5, 0-5 straight up in their last 5 when traveling, and their offense is putting up just 59 points per contest on the road. Now, scoring-wise, West Virginia's just 33% to the over, taking on teams averaging more than 72 points per contest.